신선한 아침 공기 속에서 낡은 창화를 고쳐 신습니다. 한 손엔 커피와 손때 묻은 책 몇 권을 들고 강물이 들려주는 노래를 따라 걷습니다. 복잡한 소음이 멈추고 자연의 리듬이 시작되는 시간. 디지털 세상 속 가장 눈부시게 펼쳐지는 우리의 아날로그 영혼. Boots and Books. 이 눈부신 여정이 지금 시작됩니다.
Hey there morning, looking bright and new. I've got a pair of boots and a lot of things to do. The river's running high and the current's running fast, leaving all the heavy things in the broken past.
I'll meet you by the willow where the branches touch the ground, where the only melody is the nature's sound.
I'll bring the coffee and a couple of old books
To escape the city noise and the heavy-handed looks. The grass is smell of sweet and the sky is deep and wide. There's no reason left for us to run and hide.
Let the DX7 sparkle like the dew on the leaf.
Life is too beautiful and far too brief. Singing riverside rhymes in the middle of the day, watching all the worries simply float away.
With a rhythm and a step and a harmony so sweet.
The grass and the gravel beneath our wandering feet. Oh, isn't it a wonder? Isn't it a sight? Everything is moving in a perfect desire.
You take the high part,
I'll take the low.
we'll follow where the summer breezes.
Decide to blow, no synthesizer screaming, just a gentle glassy hum, beating like a heart on a hollow wooden drum. And when the sun gets heavy and begins to sing, we'll sit upon the pebbles and we'll take a little drink of the cool mountain water and the spirit of the air, with the wind tangled loosely in our messy hair. Singing riverside rhymes in the middle of the day, watching all the worries simply float away. With a rhythm in my step and a harmony so sweet. The grass and the gravel beneath our wandering feet. Oh, isn't it a wonder? Isn't it a sign? Everything is moving in a perfect design. Step to the left, step to the right. We're dancing in the shadows of the fading light. The analog soul in a digital world is the most beautiful banner that we've ever unfurled. Riverside ride, keeping us in time.
I found a yellow letter in a dusty leather book. Had all the silent memories that we accidentally took.
The vinyl's crackling softly, like a fire in the grate, lifting up the spirit and the heavy iron weight.
I'm sitting in the library where the shadows start to dim,
recalling every single word and every stolen glance.
I read the map of time upon your lovely tired face, finding back the rhythm and the quiet sacred grace. The digital bells are ringing in a crystal minor chord for the love that we could never quite fully afford.
The cello's weeping softly in the corner of the room,
The ink is faded, but the story's ever new, written in the colors of the gold and indigo blue. We're searching for the signal and a holy point of view. In the library of indigo dreams, we are home underneath the sky's protective and the digital dome. I am the paper, you are the silver ink. We're the solid ground and we're the missing link in the analog warmth of a forgotten dusty line. Your heart is crossing over and meeting with mine.
Down in the velvet valley where the tall grass grows, nobody cares where the wild river flows. We've got a cabin built of cedar and stone, the finest little kingdom that we've ever known.
I'll chop the wood while the sun is still high, underneath the canvas of a wide open sky.
I'll bake the bread and I'll mend the old clothes while the garden is blooming in beautiful rose.
The road is playing softly in the corner of the room, dispelling the shadows and the wintertime gloom.
It's an organic living, it's a natural grace to find our salvation in this quiet place. Oh, the Velvet Valley is calling us home. No more reason for our spirits to roam, with the analog warmth of the hearth and the flame. We're calling the seasons by their rightful name. Earthy and honest, peaceful and true. In the Velvet Valley, it's just me and you.
Listen to the Hammond as the wind starts to moan, a steady foundation that we claim as our own.
No neon distractions, no digital noise, just a simple collection of our favorite joys.
And when the moon rises over the crest of the hill, the world becomes holy and the world becomes still. We'll sit on the porch in the cool evening's air, with gratitude living in every prayer.
Oh, the Velvet Valley
It's calling us home.
one more reason for our spirits to roam,
With the analog warmth of the hearth and the flame, we're calling the seasons by the rightful name. Earthy and honest, peaceful and true. In the Velvet Valley, it's just me and you.
acoustic guitar and Rhodes Duet solo.
Saturation of the soul, textures of the land, holding on to life with a steady open hand. The tape may be old and the vinyl may skip, but we're steady as the stars on this long lovely trip. Velvet Valley, peaceful valley, fade out at the sound of a crickling fire.
The logs are sighing in the cedar smoke, remembering the words we never spoke. The fire's dancing in an emerald glow,
watching how the winter shadows go.
I got a rucksack full of dusty rhymes,
gathered from 1,000 different times. I see the neon flicker in the valley deep, in the quiet places where the secrets sleep. The synthesizers breathing like a forest heart, knowing that the end is just a brand new start.
the air is heavy with the scent of pine, in the border where the sun and stars align. The embers are fading to a silver gray, washing off the dust of a weary day. We're finding all the peace in the Milky Way. Amaranthus burning in the night, everything is shimmering in the fading light. I am the wood, you are the electric spark, with the lightning in your velvet
Indigo dark, in the analog one of a modern dream. We're sailing on the surface of a golden stream. In a garden made of glass, watching all the seasons and the shadows as they pass.
The light is breaking through in 1,000 different ways, reflecting all the wonder of these digital days.
The roses are transparent and the lilies are so bright, shimmering with energy in the middle of the night. But your hand is warm and heavy as it rests upon my own, the only solid thing that I have ever truly known. In the glass garden, everything is clear. There is nothing left to hide, and there is nothing left to fear. With the DX7 sparkle and an acoustic heart, we're creating something that will never fall apart. In the glass garden, digital beats in the quiet cosmic shadow of the electric willow trees.
I prune the glowing branches of a constellation vine, where the memories of the forest and the galaxy
Entwine the synthesizers pulsing like a beating neon fruit, connected to the mountain by a deep and crystal root.
we're harvesting the starlight in a wooden analog crate,
Opening the latch upon the heavy velvet gate. The orbit is a rhythm of a slow and steady dance, recalling every whisper and every stolen glance. We're the gardens of the silence in the vast expanse. In the satellite orchard, underneath the midnight sun, knowing that the harvest of the soul has just begun. I am the earth, you are the electric glow. We're watching how the rivers of the stardust flow in the analog warmth of a modern cosmic dream. We're drinking from the surface of a silver digital stream. Don't let the gravity take the dreams away. Stay within the orbit of the yesterday's gray. We're the pilots of the orchard. We're the song inside the spray. In the satellite orchard, underneath the midnight sun, knowing that the harvest of the soul has just begun. I am the earth, you are the electric glow. We're watching how the rivers of the stardust flow in the analog warmth of a modern cosmic dream. We're drinking from the surface of a silver digital stream.
I'm turning the dial on the cosmic radio to find the frequency where all the memories go. The North Star's pulsing like a diamond pulse, stronger than the rhythm of the cities and souls.
The acoustic strings are jangling like a silver bell, a story that the universe is finally gonna tell.
I
Hear the echo in the indigo void, a melody that can never be destroyed. The digital bells are ringing in a crystal tone, telling me that I am never truly alone. The cellos weeping softly in the corner of the space, reflecting all the starlight on your lovely face. The signal is rising from the deep and dark, waiting for the friction of a holy spark. We're following the light in the vast expanse on the frequency of the North Star tonight. Everything is beautiful and perfectly right. You are the signal, I am
I'm walking through the library, leaves upon the ground, reading all the stories in the rustle and the sound.
Every golden crimson page is a year that we have spent, a testament to everywhere our wandering spirits went. I see a chapter from the winter when the world was turned away, and how we held each other through the long and frozen night.
I'm picking up a yellow one that's fallen from the oak, remembering the honest words that you and I once spoke.
The texture's like a parchment, thin and fragile and so old, containing all the secrets that we never would have sold. The DX7 sparkles like a memory in the mind of all the simple beauty that we managed to find. Oh, we're cataloging memories in the library of leaves, finding all the pattern that the heavy autumn weaves, with an analog warmth and an earthy kind of soul. Every single fragment makes the bigger picture whole. Hand in hand we're walking through the records of the year, washing out the sorrow and the salt of all the tears.
The Hammond organ's playing like a hymn for the tree, drifting on the current of the cooling northern breeze.
It's a natural kind of wisdom, it's a peaceful kind of grace, to find our own reflection in this quiet, holy place. The saturation's perfect on the recording of our life, through the joy and the laughter and the struggle and the strife. Every leaf is precious and every leaf is true, and every single story leads me right back home to you. Oh, we're cataloging memories in the library of leaves, finding all the patterns that the heavy autumn weaves, with an analog warmth and an earthy kind of soul. Every single fragment makes the bigger picture whole. Hidden and we're walking through the records of the years, washing out the sorrow and the salt of all the tears. Turn another page, let the story unfold. Turn the silver linings into shimmering bright gold. The tape is still spinning, the reel is still tight. We're at the final chapter of the beautiful library of leaves, where the heart believes. There's a cabin in the clearing where the cedar trees stand tall, listening to the whispers of the mountain's morning call. I've got silver in my pockets and a song upon my tongue, feeling like the world is beautiful and forever young. I'll build a fire of the pine logs to keep the winter at the door, while the shadows of the firelight dance dance across the floor. Your voice is like a blanket, warm and soft and deep, guarding all the secrets that our tired spirits keep. Oh, it's cedar and silver, it's the earth and the sky, watching all the heavy clouds simply pass us by, with an analog heartbeat and a love that's so real. You're the only comfort that my soul can truly feel. Your love is cedar and silver.
The moon is hanging low like a broken ivory plate, watching over the city in the hands of a lonely fate.
I see the windows flickering out one by one, waiting for the mending light of the rising sun.
The porcelain skyline is fragile and so white, shimmering in the last few echoes of the night.
I am tracing the edges of the silver and the gray, wondering if the gold will wash the ghost away.
The synthesizers humming a soft and glassy tune
Underneath the fading shadow of the afternoon moon.
There's a vintage kind of silence in the cold morning air, a sense of profound beauty that is hidden everywhere.
Oh, we're walking on the porcelain skyline of our dreams. Nothing is as solid or as heavy as it seems. With an analog heart and a vision made of glass, watching all the seasons and the shadows as they cast. Two voices in the ether, a harmony so thin, waiting for the day to finally begin.
Remember when we thought the world was made of stone, before we learned to value all the things we've never known.
The saturation stick on the record of our youth, trying to find a melody that sounds like the truth.
Now the tape is warbling with a gentle lo-fi grace, like the familiar lines upon a loved one's face. The Hammond organs rising like a prayer from the deep,
Guarding all the promises that we intend to keep. Oh, we're walking on the porcelain skyline of our dreams. Nothing is as solid or as heavy as it seems. With an analog heart and a vision made of glass, watching all the seasons and the so thin, waiting for the day to finally begin. Don't let the morning break it, don't let the light destroy the fragile little fragments of our secret hidden joy. Hold on to the texture, hold on to the grain, through the crystal sunlight and the falling of the rain. Porcelain skyline, fragile and divine.
The sun hits the window like a prism of light, breaking through the remnants of a lonely night.
The room is full of dust motes dancing in the air. I see the empty coffee cup and the ghost of your chair.
There's a vintage kind of sadness in the way the record turns, a slow and steady fire that never quite burns.
I'm walking through the garden where the frost is still thin, waiting for the warmth of the day to begin. The synthesizer's breathing like a living, breathing thing, while the birds on the wire are beginning to sing.
It's a glassy kind of morning, fragile and clear, wishing for the whispers that I used to hear. In the glassy morning, everything is blue, everything is shimmering and everything is new. But I'm reaching for the analog, reaching for the soul of the stories that we started when we were still whole.
Tape saturation and a heart full of cold, learning how to walk on a slippery slope.
Do you remember the sax and the 82 breeze? The way the music drifted through the maple tree.
It's had a certain texture, a certain kind of grain that washed away the shadows and the edges of the rain.
I remember every chord and I remember every line, when the world was a vineyard and we were the wine. Now we're looking through the lens of a lo-fi lens, wondering where the story actually begins. In the grassy morning, everything is blue, everything is shimmering and everything is new.
But I'm reaching for the analog, reaching for the soul of the stories that we started when we were still whole. Tape saturation and a heart full of hope,
Learning how to walk on a slippery slope. Transparency and light, clarity and grace. I see the map of heaven
and the lines upon your face
Don't let the digital silence
ever pull us apart.
We've got the analog
Rhythm beating in our heart, crystalline, and so divine. In the glassy morning light.
The highway stretches out like a golden thread through the valleys where the wild things tread. I see the mountains in the rearview mirror's light. chasing down the shadows of the coming night.
I've got a pocket full of dreams and a dusty old map, and the wind is whispering through the window's gap. I'm sitting right beside you watching clouds roll by, painting watercolor streaks across the evening sky.
There's a comfort in the engine,
Steady rhythm hum,
knowing where we're going and where we're coming from. The radio is humming a song
song from '84, and I don't think I could ask for anything more. Oh, we're riding on the wings of an amber sunset drive. It's the simple kind of magic keeping us alive, with the spirit of a canyon and the salt of the sea. You and I are exactly where we're meant to be, hand in hand in the glow of the dying light. Everything alright, oh, this amber sunset drive.
Remember when we started with nothing?
But a song,
The road was a mystery, the winters felt so long.
pine trees stood like giants guarded every turn. There were lessons in the fire that we had to learn. Now the glass is clear and the vision is wide. I can see the honest truth you're holding inside, like the river flows steady to the waiting bay. We found the rhythm of a brand new day. Oh, we're riding on the wings of an amber sunset drive. It's the simple kind of magic keeping us alive, with the spirit of a canyon and the salt of the sea. You and I are exactly where we're meant to be, hand in hand in the glow of the dying light. Everything's alright on this amber sunset drive. The stars start to flicker like a lo-fi dream. Nothing is ever as hard as it seems. When the melody rises and the harmony blends, this is the road that never really ends.
I'm standing at the border of the silver rushing tide, when nowhere left for us to run or for us to hide.
The acoustic strings are ringing like a final holy bell, a story that the universe is finally gonna tell. The bridge is narrow and the fog is getting deep. In the quiet places where the weary feel and sleep,
I see your silhouette across the digital and indigo mist. By the spirit of the open road, we're finally kissed. The synthesizer's rising in a magnificent golden swell, breaking all the power of the heavy silent spell. The piano's weeping softly in the corner of the night, reflecting all the color
begun. I'm sailing through the Indigo with a map of ancient light, watching how the galaxies are dancing in the night. I've got a rucksack full of memories and a spirit feeling bold, gathering the wisdom that the silver stars have told. The 12 strings jangling like a beacon in the hollow cosmic air, finding every rhythm that we're finally meant to share. I see the digital constellations glowing in the dark, waiting for the friction of a single holy spark. The synthesizers dreaming in a shade of crystal blue, bringing back the magic that I always found in you. We're navigating slowly through the velvet and the dust, building up the pillars of our sacred eternal trust. The North Star is a diamond in the indigo colored sky, asking all the eagles for the secret reason why we're following the compass that the universe provides. On the compass of the North Star, heading for the home, underneath the sky's protective and the digital dome. I am the valley, you are the mountain peak, in the sacred language that the lonely people speak. In the analog warmth of a modern cosmic dream, we're sailing on the surface of a silver digital stream.
The morning sun is waking up the sleepy blue stem grass, watching all the shadows of the lonely seasons pass. I've got a rucksack full of dreams and a heart that's feeling light, walking through the remnants of a long and heavy night. The mountain breeze is whispering a secret in my ear, a melody of freedom that I've waited long to hear.
I'll meet you where the valley opens wide into the plain, washing off the memory of the winter and the rain. The synthesizers shimmer like a lake of frozen glass, reflecting every footprint on the meadows as we pass.
It's an analog emotion in a digital design, tracing out a frontier where the sun and stars align. The horizon is a ribbon of a glowing golden thread, following the rhythm of the words we never said. We're finding all the magic in the path that lies ahead. In the meadow of glass, underneath the morning sky, watching how the golden eagles learn to reach so high. I am the acoustic string, you are the crystal tone. Together in the harmony, we're never truly alone. In the analog warmth of the world we used to know, we're planting
archive, sighing in the mist by the spirit of the open road. We're finally kissed. No more concrete towers, no more city noise, just the resonance of our inner quiet joys. In the meadow of glass, underneath the morning sky, watching how the golden eagles learn to reach so high. I am the acoustic string, you are the crystal tone. Together in the harmony, we're never truly alone. In the analog warmth of the world we used to know, we're planting all the seeds of love and watching how they grow. The cedar trees are glowing with a synthetic light, cutting through the velvet of the indigo night. The 12 strings humming softly like a power line in a forest where the neon and the ivy twine. I'm looking for a signal in a wilderness of glass, watching all the digital deer as they quietly pass. I see the moon is pixelated in the forest pool. The air is getting heavy and the water's getting cool. The chimes are raining crystal in a midnight breeze, moving through the shadows of the ancient silver trees. We're standing in the temple of the wire and the bark, searching for a holy and a solitary spark. The frequency is rising in the valley of the blind to find the simple peace that we left so far behind. With the rhythm and the logic of the humankind, in the forest of neon lights we are home, underneath the sky's protected digital dome. I am the anchor, you are the flame, softly calling out my ancient name. In the analog warmth of a modern dream, we're floating on the surface of a silver stream.
Driving through the midnight with a mercury-colored flow, watching how the neon lights begin to softly glow.
The highway stretching out like a silver heavy line, heading for a future that is finally true.
The acoustic strings are jangling like a final holy bell. A story that the engine is finally gonna tell.
The digital brass is rising in a magnificent golden swell, breaking all the power of the heavy silent spell.
The synthesizers pulsing like a beating neon heart, knowing that the end is just a brand new rhythmic start.
I'm leaning out the window, feeling the electric air with the midnight resonance inside my tangled hair. The tires are humming on the rhythmic concrete street, better than the rhythm of the city's summer heat. We're building up a bridge between the forest and the sea. Midnight Mercury sliding through the dark, looking for the flicker of a holy sacred spark. You are the rhythm, I am the electric tune. We're sailing on a paper and a digital moon. In the analog warmth of the world we used to know, we're heading for the morning and the healing golden glow. The saxophone is crying in the corner of the night, reflecting all the colors of the flickering street light. We're the pulsing signal, we're the wave and the sound.
The indigo clouds are weeping over the concrete street, mirroring the rhythm of my lonely, tired heartbeat.
I see the digital droplets reflecting in the glass, watching all the pixels of our yesterday as they pass.
I'm writing messages upon the foggy window pane,
Watching how the static tries to wash away the stain.
I read the lines upon your face,
It's a map of where we've been,
through the velvet shadows and the places we have seen.
Synthesizers dreaming in a crystal minor key, a melody that's floating on a dark and glassy sea.
The cellos weeping softly in the corner of the night, reflecting all the colors of the healing morning light.
1,000 words are hanging by a golden fragile thread, spinning in the circles of the things we never said. We're searching for the truth in the path that lies ahead. Indigo rain on the screen, falling in the dark, looking for the flicker of a holy sacred spark. You are the rhythm, I am the electric tune. We're sailing on a paper and a digital moon.
In the analog warmth of a modern rainy dream, we're sailing on the surface of a silver digital stream.
I should stopped a long time ago, in a rhythm that the modern people don't quite know. The vinyl's crackling softly like a fire in the grate, lifting up the spirit and the heavy iron weight. I'm sitting in the parlor with the shadows on the wall, watching how the autumn leaves begin to slowly fall.
I read the lines upon your face,
I met with every year,
washing off the
memory of every single tear.
The digital bells were ringing in a crystal minor chord for the peace that we could finally and truly afford.
The cellos weeping softly in the corner of the room, washing off the silence and the dusty winter gloom. The gears are turning in a slow and rhythmic dance, recalling every single word and every stolen glance. We're the weavers of the story and the holy romance. In the clockmaker's waltz, we are holding on till the shadows vanish in the break of the dawn. I am the paper, you are the silver ink. We're the solid ground and we're the missing link in the analog warmth of the forgotten dusty line. Your heart is crossing over and meeting with mine. The clock is ticking, but the heart is perfectly still, walking high upon the memory of the golden hill. We're fighting all the beats inside the valley of the will. I'm standing on the edge of a world turned into stone, listening to the silence that I've always held alone. The pond is like a mirror, cold and deep and clear, reflecting every failure and every hidden fear.
I see a younger man with a guitar in his hand, walking through the shadows of a long forgotten land.
I am looking down into the icy, glassy blue, finding all the pieces that I once gave up for you.
The synthesizer's breathing like a frost upon the pane, washing out the memory of the summer and the rain. The lo-fi textures warble like a dream within a dream. Nothing is as steady or as simple as it seems. Oh, we're looking at reflections on a frozen quiet pond, searching for the magic of the world that lies beyond. With an analog sadness and a classic kind of praise, I can see the history and the lines upon your face. Through the vintage reverb and the saturation's glow, we're finding all the answers that we didn't want to know.
reflections on a frozen quiet pond, searching for the magic of the world that lies beyond. With an analog sadness and a glassy kind of grace, I can see the history, the lines upon your face, through the vintage reverb and the saturation's glow. We're finding all the answers that we didn't want to know.
The ice let the spirit flow. There's a deeper meaning that we're starting to know.
The tape is still spinning, a reel is still tight,
Capturing the essence of the beautiful cold light frozen. Going beyond. Going beyond. The radio is humming with a dusty analog noise, searching for the resonance of my inner quiet choice. I'm turning the dial on the old mahogany box, searching for the frequency that the midnight silence locks.
The road is playing mellow in a sophisticated rhyme, taking us back through the corridors of silver time.
I hear the static like a distant rainy indigo sea, calling out the person that I was always meant to be.
The vinyl's crackling softly like a fire in the grave, lifting up the spirit and the heavy iron weight.
I'm sitting in the parlor with the shadows on the wall, watching how the autumn leaves begin to slowly fall. The signal is shifting in the middle of the night. Everything is beautiful and perfectly right. We're catching every signal in the fading indigo light. We are the anchor in the static of the world, with our banner of the future finally unfurled. I am the wood, you are the electric wire. We're the embers burning in the winter fire, in the analog warmth of the memory's golden glow. We're finding our salvation in the long and simple ago. Don't let the digital world take the heart away. Stay within the colors of the yesterday's gray. We're the ghosts in the machine, we're the song inside the rain.
I'm counting on the white lines like the beats of a broken heart, wondering where the ending ends and where the journey starts. The radio is static, but I hear a distant tune underneath the hollow glow of a pale and paper moon.
The 12 strings jangle like a silver heavy bell, a story that the engine is finally gonna tell. I'm leaning out the window, feeling the The saxophone is crying in the corner of the night, reflecting all the colors of the flickering streetlight. Will the pulse and the signal, will the wave and the sound, floating in the silence where the secrets are found.
Silver dew is resting on the silicone-colored grass, watching all the lonely digital hours pass.
I'm walking where the cedar meets the cold and mountain air, finding back the rhythm that I used to always share. The harmonica is sighing in a hollow wooden tone, telling me that I am never truly alone.
I see the digital ripples
Moving in a perfect silent ring, hearing all the secrets that the winter waters sing. The chimes are ringing crystal in the midnight breeze, moving through the shadows of the ancient silver trees. We're standing in the temple of the wire and the bark, searching for a holy and a solitary spark. The gears are turning in a slow and riven dance, recalling every single word and every stolen glance. We're the weavers of the story and the holy romance, and the whispers of the Silicon Valley tonight. Everything is shimmering in the eternal light. I am the wood, you are the electric wire. We're the lightning and the holy sacred fire, in the analog warmth of a forgotten dusty line. Your heart is crossing over and meeting with mine. The clock is ticking but the heart is perfectly still, walking high upon the memory of the golden hill. We're finding all the peace inside the valley of the will. The midsummer echoes are calling through the wheat. The pavement is still burning from the afternoon heat. I saw a man in silence, looking for a sign, turning all this water into bitter aged wine.
The children in the alleyway are playing out a game, while the world around them whispers a very different name. It's a fragile kind of wisdom that we've gathered through the years, washing out the salt and the sorrow of the tears. Oh, listen to the echo of the midnight midsummer light, shining like a beacon,
shining like a beacon
in the middle of the night, with a harmony so sharp it could cut through the stone.
We are never truly lost, we are never truly alone.
Put your hand out of the window and feel the rushing wind. This is where the story is finally gonna begin.
The highway stretching out like a silver heavy line, heading for a future that is finally truly mine.
The acoustic strings are jangling like a final holy bell.
A story that the open road is finally gonna tell. I see the neon sunset through the forest and the bark, flickering like diamonds in the velvet indigo dark. The synthesizers pulsing like a beating neon heart, knowing that the end is just a brand new remix start.
The digital brass is rising in a magnificent golden swell, breaking all the power of the heavy silent spell. The ties are humming on the rhythmic concrete street, better than the rhythm of the city summer heat. We're building up a bridge between the forest and the sea.